personally attest from being with Chairman Engel in that meeting in Munich with President Vučić and having many other conversations with the chairman and his team over the course of not just the last few months while he's been chair, but years. It's a very personal and in a very positive way, laser-like focus on this issue. And I want to thank the chairman and his team for making such a dedicated effort with a ton of follow-through. It's one thing you have a meeting with a constituent or someone in our country, they share a personal story, and maybe you forget about it in the weeks or the months that follow. But I think it's an important message, and as I know that President Vučić and his team pay attention to today's hearing, they're watching. It's an important message that they receive that on both sides of the aisle, this issue isn't going away. And if it's the 20th anniversary of what happened to the Bytyqi brothers, and we're still here having this conversation, and they might have thought 5 or 10, 15 years ago that fast forward to 2019 that we would just stop talking about it. If you look around this entire room, there's no seats. There are plenty more people who would be filling these seats if we had them, and that should also send a powerful message to President Vučić and his team, because they have goals for their country. And I believe and I agree with what Mr. Bytyqi said and what Ms. Goodman said, that justice absolutely must be part of any of those talks for a future relationship. For a Serbian relationship with the United States, it requires justice for the victims. This is my third term serving in this committee, and I've heard a lot of personal stories on different topics for different nations around the world. I have to say that nothing was as emotional and gut-wrenching as listening to your story, Ms. Goodman, and your strength to be able to be here and to share that story with Congress and with the American people is a testament to your strength of character. And there's a lot of respect for you just to be here and be able to share those reflections with us. And I think it really highlights for all of my colleagues as they read through House Concurrent Resolution 32, as they talk to their teams about what that text means, what the message means, that hopefully if they weren't in this room to hear it, to replay the witness testimony from Mr. Bytyqi and Ms. Goodman especially, and sign on. We need every member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee to sign on to House Concurrent Resolution 32. We need every member of Congress to be supportive of House Concurrent Resolution 32 and to send a powerful message beyond today to President Vučić and his team that all of their goals for what they want with their neighbors, what they want with a wider region, with the United States, it all requires well, at the demand and the assistance of the United States, must include justice. In December 2018, the Department of State designated Goran Radosavljević, who it was under Section 7031C due to his involvement in these war crimes. I am grateful that this designation was made by the State Department. Gori's name has been referenced in other meetings that have taken place with colleagues, and he is known to be a suspect in the murder of the Bytyqi brothers. And when Chairman Engel and I sat with President Vučić in Munich, it was explained that there hasn't been enough evidence in order to bring a prosecution. But the family wants their day in court. Based off the evidence that exists, the United States feels comfortable to make this designation back in December of 2018. We have heard it acknowledged through people who have met with President Vučić in other settings, including Mr. Bytyqi was in the room when he heard it out of President Vučić's mouth. and others acknowledging that Gori is a suspect. So what does that mean? Whatever evidence you have now, 20 years later, it's time for a trial. It's time for a day in court. This issue is not going to go away. And for the sake of U.S.-Serbian relations and for Serbian relations with their counterparts in their region, for everything that they seek, that justice is what this committee hopefully will continue to demand. And once again, thank you to Chairman Engel, because I know that as President Vučić watches today, he knows that on both sides of the aisle that we won't let this issue go. And that is the key. Justice is the key, and that's what the United States must continue to demand, and I yield back.
Thank you, Mr. Zeldin.